Liberals are losing their mind over Sidney Sweeney pushing fascist Trump propaganda in the American Eagles. It's I think it's a jeans company in the States.
American
Let's
Eagle
watch
jeans.
this.
And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sidney Sweeney has very keen.
Okay, obviously we can see why this got so popular, right? But I don't think this is the only one. This is not the only ad that it's gonna appear. There's multiple ones, and I want you guys to pay really close attention because some people got really mad about this situation, and I want you to take a very close look to the people that were whining about it.
You see what I did there, right?
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sidney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like fascist weird. Like Nazi propaganda weird.
What are we Bro, it's like typical Reddit Twitter X user. What are we talking about?
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring. Often
At the most, you can say that it is, appealing to the male gaze. It is appealing to the male audience. It is even appealing probably to women that they want to look like Sidney Sweeney, right? But from that to it is fascism and all these things, that's crazy.
Like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My jeans are blue.
My jeans are blue, guys.
Very keen.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not.
What?
But it's still really...
I have such a... It's like... It's so delusional for me. Maybe I'm not as deep in the rabbit hole of Twitter as like these guys. But literally for me, I'm gonna say it, guys. I'm gonna say it how it is. This just looks like me that a lot of these women are just jealous. I'm sorry. It just feels like that way.
Shocking. Like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman.
Yeah, so what?
Her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, instead of being the jeans that you're wearing, the propaganda is that she's white, blonde, and attractive, and her white jeans. Oh, I see, guys. I see.
I also am thinking about like all of the young girls who are doing their back to school shopping right now at places like American Eagle who are seeing ads like this.
Yeah, she's blue eyes. This one on the right.
Yikes. Also, American Eagle is mostly a brand.
She needs to go to the Afro Festival. Oh my God. Listen, listen, those girls in the Afro Nation Festival, that was wild, bro. If you think that this is anything, you should see it. It was incredible.
And that like teenagers to like young adults shop at. And so the fact that like this type of advertising is being used that feels so for the male gaze and so over sexualized, like I just don't like it.
And you don't have to like it. Who cares if you like it? Listen, oh my God, I don't like it. So if I don't like it, it should not be on television. Oh my
don't
God.
like it even a little bit.
Boy. So we got to talk about the liberal outrage over Sidney Sweeney pushing what they're calling Nazi fascist eugenics propaganda. And
yeah, it is fascist if you don't like it. Like, are we, what is this? I feel like a lot of, because of like the social media, this is how it works nowadays. Everyone is wired in a certain way. Your antenna is like with a certain, like, you have, if it's like, if you go to the left and someone is telling it is right, no, you are a fascist. I don't agree with you. I hate you. You're probably a Trump supporter, or you're this, you're that. It's like, it's so insane that people cannot have like discussions nowadays. Everything becomes like so polarizing, and I literally feel like just like the people that are in the middle, that a lot of them, they don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't care. But I mean, put Sydney, put whatever. I just don't care. And I feel like a lot of people that are in the I don't care in the middle term, then you have these two sides of people trying to push you. No, you cannot be neutral. You need to take a stand. Or you're against, or you in favor of us. But you cannot not care. It's crazy.
An ad campaign with American Eagle Outfitters, because apparently Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. Because she has great jeans, this is not.
And I'm gonna be honest, man. It's quite smart. Great jeans, great. You know what? Like, it's quite smart. It's a good marketing move.
Fascist eugenic propaganda, right? And liberals are very upset over Sydney Sweeney having great jeans.
And look at the stocks, boys. Look at the stocks.
American Eagle, their stock has enjoyed a lot of success since the ad campaign, really showing these liberals that America's back. And that's what I want to talk about here today.
Who would have thought, man? Like, literally, it must be a marketing genius behind it, right?
Because that's what this is about. Liberals are upset that non-woke advertising is back, that companies are making money off of not being woke, right? In fact, trying to appeal to a majority of America again. I mean, yeah, shocking concept in business.
And I'm gonna be fair here. I don't even think it's like, obviously everything starts being like politics, between Democrats and Republicans and all these things. But obviously we're talking about the minority that it is on the extreme left, right? Those are the ones that probably they get upset by everything. And those are the people that a lot of them, they create the extreme right. And usually it's the extreme right that creates extreme left, and extreme left creates extreme right. And they are the polarizing minorities that create a lot of this drama.
Marketing appeal to the majority of the country, not the fringe left, right? So anyways, I want to go ahead and play some clips here of liberals losing their minds over this, because this meltdown is probably one of the funnier ones that I've seen in a long time. It's truly pathetic stuff. Take a look.
Sydney Sweeney has officially flown too close to the sun, and nobody should ever be shooting her bail ever again. Never
Why?
Again. She's shown you who she is multiple times over now. Because, see, everybody seems to have forgotten about / swept under the rug the fact that at her mother's 60th birthday party, they had spin-off hats made of Make America Great Again hats that said Make 60 Great Again. Not only that, her close family was at that party wearing Blue Lives Matter shirts. Not only that, that party was thrown at a ranch. And that may seem like an insignificant detail compared to the other two, right? But you couple the aesthetic of the clothing that people were wearing with the fact they actively chose a ranch as a venue. I don't know. It's kind of just blatantly saying racism to me. It's saying I'm a conservative piece of shit. That's what it's telling me. And people did the typical thing they do when a white person...
Oh my God, guys. Do really people get so invested in this, right? They really get a lot of free time on their hands, man. Jesus Christ.
Like, shows them that they are actually a conservative. They say, oh, well, that was just their family. You know what I'm saying? They can't control their family's views. Like, that doesn't say anything about their political tilt. You know what I'm saying? And then Sydney Sweeney came out with the statement, oh, you guys, I just wanted to share photos of my mother's birthday party, and you guys made it some insane political statement. No, motherfucker, y'all are wearing Make America Great Again hats and Blue Lives Matter.
Because it was probably funny. Make 60 great again. Listen, here in Portugal, whenever the Benfica, which is a Portuguese football club, went to play in the World Cup in the USA, some people here in Portugal, they made the hats, said, Make Benfica great again. Does that mean that these Portuguese people are supporting Trumps and they are Democrats and they are a piece of shit and they are all this and that. No, they are just there to make money because it is a strong marketing move, and they were selling hats for like $20 a piece and making some good money. It had nothing to do with Trump. You cannot associate now if you make like making Indez great again. First, you can't because I'm already great, right? But imagine if I fall off in the future and you guys can make some hats like that. Does that mean that from now on I'm always forever be perpetrated associated with Trump because of that? I do not think so.
Matter shirts at a birthday party. You are making it political. That attire never needs to be worn at a birthday party.
Your phone is not broken. No, that was not AI. Yes, that was a real ad by American Eagle, and it's a real campaign.
Guys, what did I say at the start? What did I say at the start of the video? Why were a lot of these women mad? And why most of these women, they look like this? I'm sorry. It's just how it is, man. I feel like she's pissed. She's pissed that she's not on the ad. That's all.
Campaign featuring Sydney Sweeney basically boasting eugenics. A lot of people are upset because there's a lot of nuance to this as to why they should be upset. But
we weren't meant to hurt everyone's opinion the way we do it now in the first place. That's why social media has turned in such a problem, and I avoid mostly. I don't care what people's opinions are. I feel like there are different ways to see things. I feel like there's nothing wrong with understanding people's opinions, and I feel like it kind of opens, like, because otherwise we are always living in the echo chamber. And the reality is that social media in general, it is your own echo chamber because you only tend to follow people that align with your point of views and your perspectives. And the same way as, like, for example, when you go onto your own page on YouTube, most of the videos that are recommended are based on your interest. And most of these apps are based on the interest. So it literally creates a lot of echo chambers. But I feel like if you want to expand and become a bit more knowledgeable, but it is important to interact with people that have different opinions with you. The problem here, it is very hard to find someone that is like rational enough to have a conversation with two people that have distinct points of views, and yet they can come up with an agreement without insulting each other. That's what I think it is the biggest problem with the social media.
At the end of the day, this is not surprising. This is who they have always been. If you've been following my page for a while, you know I believe 3 things. A leopard can't change its spots, the North will always remember, and if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's more than likely itself. And no better example than American Eagle, right?
I mean, listen. And what if you can't even walk, guys? You know? What if you can't even walk?
Right? Because I was a teen in the early 2000s, and I remember places like American Eagle, Aeropostale, Abercrombie & Fitch. Yes, Abercrombie & Fitch was the worst out of all of the Y2K brands when it came to like ostracizing people. But, you know, Aeropostale and American Eagle were not too far off, okay? They still carried things like a 000. They weren't as inclusive when it came to their models or who they were hiring. Like, they did a little bit better than A&F, but not much. Which is why this ad is not surprising. Starting off the bat, they went in with queer baiting. A lot of people thought they were teasing Renee Rapp and that this was going to be this big campaign that was going to promote more inclusivity, but joke's on them, it was Sydney Sweeney.
The words we use are never unintentional.
Man, I legit feel that this comes out of like free time, overthinking, and just too much social media interaction. Because these are literally world first problems. Not even world first problems. These are like nothing burger problems. Literally.
And so for American Eagle to say that Sydney Sweeney has good genes.
Now we have a... Jesus Christ. Why do they all have like blue haired Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they follow like a certain style, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why. I don't. It doesn't make you a liberal. Like if you are using blue hair, you know what I'm saying. But it's hard, man. Like most of them, they just look like this.
Is not an accident. So, there's an ad that was grabbed from the internet that said, why Sydney Sweeney has good genes. It talks about how genes are passed down.
You're tuned as blue haired. See, you're a liberal. Get out of here. No, but you know what I'm saying, right? I listen. If you went to Comic-Con, you're gonna see a lot of blue hair. It doesn't mean like they are what they are.
Throughout time, from your mother, from your father, and you get your genes from your parents. Her genes are blue. She wanted us all to know her genes are blue. And this is not a far cry to say that it is the amping up of eugenics in this country. It is the ramping up of choosing certain models.
Bro, this gotta be on TikTok, right? This is TikTok content. Because, like, first of all, who is watching this? Like, we are watching right now because, like, we are voted here. But, like, who is even caring about what she has to say?
People to promote certain items that look like what they want their customers to look like.
Can Sydney Sweeney stop appealing to the incel market? It's getting annoying. She just did an ad with American...
Okay, this guy... So, the other one was freestyling while doing crochet. This guy is reading on the script. Awesome.
American Eagle, which is a clothing company basically known for their jeans. It kind of starts with her zipping up her clothes and the camera moving up her body. It is Sydney Sweeney. She's very attractive. And she's narrating, genes are important. They discover things like skin color, eye color, and hair color. Odd. The camera makes it up to her face, and she says... my genes are blue, as the camera zooms in on her blonde hair and blue eyes. Not to sound like...
Wait, does she has blue eyes? I think she does. Does she?
Like a lib here or anything, but like, if you watch the commercial, it does kind of feel like their Third Reich posting.
So first and foremost, y'all, the ad is apparently supposed to be her selling jeans, but like, if you watch it, you don't get that vibe that that's what she's selling. Like, at all. So
yeah, she's selling racism, guys. Yeah,
for starters, right?
Listen. American Jeans actually got Sydney to promote racism hardcore, and because of she's promoting racism and fascism and all these things, she's actually driving the stocks way higher and the sales for the product way higher. And by the way, for every reel, every comment and every tweet that these guys do, it will only inflate the problem and will only create even more sales for this company. That's the irony. The more you actually speak and outburst and you don't normalize these things, you actually give it even more attention to it.
Right, the ad that I've seen, because again, I'm not sure if there's multiple. I don't even need to see multiple though. But the ad that I've seen, it's so...
I want to see more ads though.
And it's so obvious that they're trying to promote eugenics. Like, and I think, again, this all goes to, like, my apparent...
In the meantime, you see a black girl trying to put whiter skin.
...too woke theory that conservative media... is literally overtaking like the entire like media atmosphere. Also, I'm switching the light.
Bro, what did you do to your face? Bro, literally, girl, you have a beautiful skin. What the fuck are you doing? Like, you see? Like, look at her skin. Why is she putting this thing? Look at this. She looks like a clown.
haired, blue eyed girl has great genes. And people are trying to say, oh, well, it's just a reference to her big boobs, okay? Like, I'm sure it's also a reference to that, but let's also, like, I'm 100% sure at the same time that two things can be true at once. So it's also about literally the fact that she's a white blonde girl.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Now, again, what is this all about? Well, it's about the fact that they're losing the culture war, right? They are upset that an American company can openly, in their eyes, advertise.
I feel that more and more, and if you are in the gaming space, you understand this. They are trying to literally change the gaming industry to everything be female protagonist. And again, the problem is not the female protagonist. The problem is that they put the female protagonist without a strong backstory and without even character. And they always make the protagonist, the female protagonist, look like a man. And super strong and so weird. And bald or with blue hair or whatever. Just make a strong female character on a story that has meaning, that gives personality, and it literally uses the things, the traits that female characters really excel, which can be intelligence, which can be, managing or even like being sneaky around. I don't know. Don't use super women. Or don't make these women very muscular and super strong, because that's weird. I feel like that's where he has the disconnect, in my opinion, and that's why I feel like a lot of the female protagonists that they try to put in movies and also inside the games, they don't get as popular and they are seen as woke just because they lack the story and the connection with the player base.
To white people, right? Because they're basically trying to say that this is fascist, Nazi, eugenics propaganda, right? Sydney Sweeney has great genes, which, I mean, she does. In that commercial, I thought that the genes were very nice genes. But if they just so happen to be talking about genetics, I think that she has great genes as well, too, when you talk about that. I mean, I can think of a couple of...
So it says here, in 2019, American Eagle decided to promote plus size. Bad idea. Bad idea, man.
Really...
I feel like most people that even if you get a bit overweight, I already been like really fat in my life. Not this fat, not this fat, but I've been fat. And I will tell you that every day that I was like really fat, I always wish I could get healthier. And that's why now I'm actually having like fucking cucumber and carrot sticks, So, because during the vacation, I got 3 kgs. Which is around like almost 2 pounds, and I gotta drop it. It's because it's I always felt like shit, and I don't want to go back to feel like shit.
Big reasons, right, in regards to why she has great genes that should be pretty obvious, right? I think everybody can agree. Sydney Sweeney does have great genes. To me, it doesn't matter what those reasons may or may not be, because being white and blonde, right, having blue eyes, that doesn't mean that you have bad genes, right? Just like I don't think being black means that you have bad genes, or being Asian means you have bad genes. Like, even if they mean...
This is what, like, just because you're white and you say that you have good genes, then those girls, they were filling up the gap, and their insecurities come from the inside, and they are saying, oh, so you are saying that I have bad genes. So in Portugal, we have a saying that if it fits the head, if you say something negative or good, and then they get offended, it's like if it fits, it's because maybe, it's true, and that's what I feel like it happens a lot.
That because she's white, she has good genes. Why is that controversial, right? Especially considering how we just lived through 4 years of blackity black, black and black, right? Everything is great, right? If it's black is beautiful, right? Okay,
it is.
Yeah, we've spent the past 4 or 5 years celebrating blackness. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with this company. Not even saying it. Like, they're not even... They're saying it, but they're not really saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even being overt about it. Okay, they're like, okay, a wink and a nod, right? She got nice genes. Basically, the whole point of the advertisement is for people to read into it the way that they want to read into it, right? It's actually pretty genius, okay? Which is part of the reason why the stock
pretty genius.
skyrocketed since then, right? I mean, at the time in which this ad campaign
Jesus,
dropped,
look at that.
Eagle got a big
the
big
stonks
boost.
are crazy.
But again, what these people are really mad about is that American Eagle, they're not advertising like this anymore, right? They're not advertising to the higher calorie woke women of America.
Yeah, because these are the minority. And most of these women probably don't even buy this brand. They buy some hipster brand that nobody cares. And so they are doing the smart move, which is to appeal to the majority of the audience. Whoa, who would have thought that would be a good business move?
All right, they're not doing this anymore. Okay, this is from 2019. Okay, it went from 2019 to them doing this, right? Also, on top of that, they were doing this, right? This is what they were putting out there, right? They went from this and this to this, right? I think that's an upgrade.
Yeah,
America's back, right? America is back. Okay?
I think, you know what the reality is? There are two ways that Western people see Americans. And this is true. You can ask any European. They see the cheerleader and they see this. Okay, not exactly this. But you know, they see this. It's like, I'm not talking about the black part. I'm talking about big men and women. And then you have the other side, which is the cheerleader side, right? These are the stereotypes that people from outside of America, they see. And also because there is like the TLC does a great job at promoting that.
Right, America is back. Okay, I love it. Right, I love it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with using skinny white women, right, in advertisements. I'll just say it. I don't think I want to see this, right? I don't want to see this. This does not appeal to the male gaze. Yes, advertisers, when they're advertising clothes for women, yes, they should appeal to the male gaze. Yes.
Okay, I don't think it attracts or the male audience, but I also think it does not really attract the female audience. Am I crazy? Because even if I mean, I'm not a woman, but if I was a woman, would these attract me? Do I aspire to be like these? Or maybe I aspire to be more like this, you know, because like a lot of times when you buy something, you buy with the image of like how it's going to make me look. And I feel like a lot of people, they aspire to be something better than they are.
Okay, this has always worked when it comes to marketing to the masses, right? It's always worked and it will never stop working, right? This will always work. So again, you know, hey, I personally believe that this is hilarious, right? Liberals, again, they can see the writing on the wall here. Corporate America, they're actively moving away from DI. They're moving away from woke capitalism. Okay, they're moving away from ESG. They're moving away from all of that stuff. And they're actively swinging in the opposite direction, right? The pendulum has really swung the other way here. And corporate America is embracing traditional American advertising. Yeah, that's a great sign about the cultural direction of the country if this is what we're getting back to, right? We're getting back to stuff like this. This is a great sign, right? So
I feel like we need to go a bit more to the center. I feel like over the past years, it was very into the extreme left. I am okay with being at the left, but I'm more comfortable if he's in the center. I feel like in the center is like it is where the virtue is, and I feel like it is where the balance is between, because I am someone that I think that the left and the right, a few have good ideas, a few have bad ideas, and I think it goes for both ways. I feel like even if you're a left or a right, there are probably some things that you most likely don't even you support, right? Because you don't support everything, and maybe you are more in the middle.
That being said, Sydney Sweeney does in fact have great genes, right? It doesn't matter how much it pisses off these liberals. That is a fact. That is an undisputable fact that they're just gonna have to live with. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and
This
subscribe.
was a great video. Go there to drop. Let me see how many views. Jesus, this guy has like almost 1 million subs. Jesus Christ, this was a great video.